We're back with Mark William. Mark, you just had a highly successful run at the Green Room 42, and you're coming back. Can you tell us a little bit about that concert?
Absolutely. It was in November. It was my solo debut, and it was an incredible night. We had a packed house, and a good portion of which were big names from Broadway and beyond. We had Jerry Mitchell there, we had Debbie Gravitt, we had David Hyde Pierce, so I was on a high just because of that. And then the concert itself went so well, and everyone had excellent comments and just lots of praise, and it was wonderful.
Now you're bringing it back. When are you bringing it back?
I am. January 25th, we'll be back at 7 p.m. This time we're on a Friday night, and it's going to be great. We've got a little bit of a couple new things, but mostly the show is the same.
Now, what has happened to you since the first show?
Well, we've kind of been riding the wave of having a successful show. We've been taking meetings with people about various things. I had the opportunity to headline the Highline Chamber Ensemble on New Year's Eve at the McKittrick Hotel, where Sleep No More is in residence, which was really crazy, but a very cool experience. So we had like 1,000 people, was it, that were in and out throughout the night, because it's
Wow.
multiple floors, so they kind of wander in and out, but it was great.
And what did you sing that night?
I sang a lot of stuff from my show. We added in Tu vuoi fa l'americano from talented Mr. Ripley, and we added in Where or When from Babes in Arms, and otherwise it was all material from my show.
What would you like to do next? Where do you see your career going?
Well, since we've created this show that seems to be connecting with people, I'd like to do a little bit of sharing that on a larger scale, hopefully on some cruise ships and on throughout the country and performing arts centers. But I also want to use the notoriety and connections that I've gained thanks to the show to move into getting more roles in theater and in hopefully stepping into television as well.
And film?
Sure.
What roles would you like to take on?
In which medium?
In theater.
In theater? Well, I think traditionally a lot of my roles are in the older stuff, the traditional musical theater stuff, like Mame, and it happened more recently, but it was written older, Mary Poppins, things like that. But I think there's a little bit of a lack of what I do in contemporary shows, and I feel like if we can find the right composer and the right idea and match them together, it would be great to create some new roles and new works that capture the glamour of classic Hollywood and classic Broadway that seems to have kind of dissipated a little bit.
You seem like an old soul.
I am.
What composers would you like to work with?
I'm a fan of a lot of people. The stuff that I gravitate towards would be like David Friedman, Larry Kirchner, and I enjoy some of the more, pop rock kind of feel too, even though it's not necessarily where I naturally slide in, like Joe Iconis and Dear Evan Hansen and that kind of stuff.
I could see you in Dear Evan Hansen.
If they let me adjust the key a little bit.
And when is your show again?
January 25th,
At what time?
7 p.m.
We look forward to seeing you there.